Welcome, I'm Nid, a karma guide, and I support people through integrating change for a more joyous, aligned and peaceful life. And I do this through helping people with chronic pain, with psychic awakenings, and also their spiritual businesses being an expression of themselves. In this video, we are looking at how it is that we can use structure and creativity in order to remove the feelings of injustice and be really realistic and grounded in our business or our workplace. So the first thing to note is that when we put structure, we are putting a limit around something. Now this is important because in order to ground something energetically from higher dimensions, we need to have a structure and a container in order to bring it in. When we create an altar like this, it has a set structure to contain the energy of what's being brought in. And so we want to have a structure for manifestation, for bringing things into this reality. But when we place too many structures, things can become rigid and we lose the spontaneity that it makes space for magic to come through and for the creativity and creation to welcome in higher possibilities than what the limited options may put forth. Now, limitation often comes through with too much rational thought, too much step, step, step. And as Albert Einstein is known for quoting, you can't solve a problem by thinking of it with the same mind that created the problem. You've got to have a different mind. And that is, the logical mind may have created something through structure, which is important. We need the logical mind in order to actually physically create the thing. But we need the intuitive mind in order to open and bring through solutions of what we've already created. So there is a degree of structure that we need in our business in order to help us really manifest and bring through what it is that we want to share and shine. But then we need to allow enough fluidity, flow, in order for this creativity and magic to happen. And this is this beautiful dance of left-right brain hemisphere that we're looking to have in our own businesses, but also hopefully in your workplace too. Now, if your workplace has a lot of structures and you feel that frustration, that limitation on being allowed to express yourself, it can sometimes feel like you're in the wrong workplace. And this is where we really want to tap into deep in our belly of what are my real gifts and what am I really bringing? Perhaps what you really bring has nothing to do with your job description. Perhaps it's about aspects of your personality and how you connect and build relationships in your workplace. And although that's not valued by your job spec and the business, for you, you know that there is something longer term that you are contributing that is not seen. And this is where sometimes we have to remember that our value is like the pebble in the water. You may not see much of a response of throwing yourself out there, but the ripple effects are far beyond what you could imagine and perceive. It also brings a really important note to do with focus and imagination and letting the mind wander. Jill Bolt Taylor, a neuroscientist who's well known for her TED Talk Stroke of Insight, where she talks about this left-right brain hemisphere, has also done research in recent years around how devices are impacting brain development in young children. And interestingly, one of the things that she's noted is that it's opening up children's right brain hemisphere, that intuitive, relational space part of the brain that sees the big whole, so that they can see and feel and connect into things in a different way. Now, this is very different from the educational system that's mainstream, which is about logic and rational thought and left brain thinking, which is important again, right, for bringing in our manifestation. And man, we've been good at creating a very 3D world of a lot of beautiful mechanical things. However, because we need this more conscious shift, this beautiful blossoming of young minds that have this ability to be more relational and see a bigger picture doesn't necessarily meet the educational system. And so we can see that there is this focused way of learning, of logical step taking that is in the education system, and this relational way of experiencing things that is trying to fit in. And so we then see lots of people having ADHD and other aspects of the mind that don't fit this limited structure, because they are opening up to the magic. So as we move into this place where it can feel like it's at loggerheads, it's actually a beautiful space for a new arriving and arising. And you can see this often in your own business. These moments where we might put in place a load of structure to create something, and it brings the energy through and things start happening, but then the structure almost feels like it butts into your spiritual creative energy and its expression. And as these two come together, you might find your concentration not so good. You might find yourself wanting to escape and go into procrastination. It's not procrastination. It's actually a part of your energy shifting between the structure and the doing phase and the need to draw in a more relational, creative energy for things to move into a whole new manifestation level. So how is it that this can help you with being more realistic in your business? So let's use the example of being a people pleaser. Because many people in spiritual businesses, especially healers, will have a tendency and a history of being very empathetic and wanting to help people, and probably quite a desire to always say, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can help. Yes, I can take less money. Yes, I can do it for free. And then you end up drained. You end up feeling really resentful about the amount of work that you're doing, and you're not getting the development you need to show up and be your best self for your clients. So how is it that you can put in place some structure? Well, you could look at things like how you structure your days so that you prioritize your self-care and your spiritual work. And that's number one on your list before your clients. And clients do not get to interrupt with that time, right? That is all about you. And this is super important in terms of that ongoing journey that you're going to take through your business. And you'll need to revise this like every 3, 6 months, maybe a year, depending on where you're at, is going to need to be updated and changed. And so maybe you set in place that structure, and then you notice a few months later that you're getting really drained, that you're getting really tired. Oh, I need to review where it is that I'm getting my relationships, my connection. And you're going to prioritize putting that into your diary. And maybe that shifts the availability that you've got with your clients, or how it is that you're going to show up with your clients, because you've prioritized the structure around your social life. And so we move through structuring these parts of your personal life and how that is going to be impacting your business by limiting your availability, by limiting your hours, by not answering those messages, by saying you have set days and times on which you're going to answer and respond. And when you put in place these rules, these can become your client T's and C's for working with your clients, right? And you can update them and tell your clients, oh, just to let you know, this change is happening in my life, so I'm now going to be available for these hours. And people are going to understand. And if you uphold and respect that for yourself, they respect it back. This is how we put in place a structure that brings through this new phase of magic in your life, new clients, new ways of working. And it's with your fine attunement to your energy and what structure you need to support you that your energy is going to shift and create that. And maybe with your structures changing, it could be around bringing in a team or someone to support you. It might be through integrating new systems in order to give you a different kind of automated structure in your business. Whatever the structure is that's going to help alleviate where your energy is being drained is going to open up so much creativity for you. And so you may find you hit the fear of investment in yourself and your business and putting some of that money up front. And you want to make sure that you do that work so that you invest in you and your business so that you can have that structure and bring in the magic to yourself. Hope this has given you some beautiful insights in ways of working. If you want to connect and learn more about how your business can be supported or your way of working can be supported better, reach out to me and let's see if a soul-aligned business process would be the most supportive thing for you at this time. Much love.